What's up, y'all? It's your girl Rhonda. Tonight we're getting into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Before we do that, can we just hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share it with someone who wants to talk about this shit here. Season 14, episode 10. I don't know. But one of those, 10, 11. I have to do better at that. Anyway, so the ladies are back at Kenya's, not Kenya. Ooh, child. The ladies are back at Marlo's, Georgia mountain mansion. And seemingly having a good time. They're taking selfies, dancing in the mirror, acting silly, probably a little tipsy. While everybody's enjoying their moment and gathering together, Marlo makes it a point to let everybody know, and formal announcement that Kenya will not be allowed to participate on any of the activities if she's not there by breakfast. Just so everybody knows. It's so weird. Okay. Kenya's not there, but she's still on Marlo's mind. Marlo's obsessed. It's weird. Like, Anyway, the next morning they get up. Marlo's, making sure breakfast and mimosas are ready. She's trying to be, the hostess, of all hostesses, charge of the girls. That's her problem. She wants to be in charge of the girls, and she is definitely not. Kenya shows up. Kenya showed up. She was more bouncy and up and peppy than I have ever seen her before, ever. She goes into Drew's room. Drew is talking to Ralph. Everybody's talking to their people. Drew is talking to Ralph. Sanya's talking to her husband, giving him an update on what's happening on the trip. So Kenya goes into Drew's room. Drew was excited to see her. Well, we knew she was going to be there. That's the thing. Like, it's a little silly to be sitting here acting like we don't know that the only reason why Kenya is here is because she's getting paid to be here. Plain and simple. It's Marlo's turn to host a trip, but she decided to take everybody to Clansville to go wash rocks, but we'll get into that at a later date, or just later on. Anyway, Marlo's excited. Drew is excited, and then Sonya comes in and she's excited, and they're, jumping around and hugging each other, and Marlo pops out and Kenya's like, hey, and Marlo goes in for a hug, and Kenya's like, not doing that. Like, we know what this is, Marlo. The dinner last night was a disaster. Like, the conversation that they had then said everything that needed to be said. I don't know why, what Marlo, what it is she's trying to accomplish is confusing as hell to me, because you're not going to be able to direct this girl around. She's not going to let you do it. I don't know who would, honestly. Like, I don't know what psycho, like, she's got this peach and she's turned into the peach monster. Like, it's weird. She's weird. Nobody there has a problem with Kenya. She's actually being very fun, and it's funny because I've not liked Kenya most of, I was excited to see Kenya come on the show, and then she came on the show, and then, shit got weird, and, it is what it is. But this particular season, I guess she's done being on the bullshit, and Kenya's bullshit has never really been as low as what Marlo got going on over here. Anyway, I'm off topic. Kenya, she's looking around the house. She even acknowledges how beautiful it is. Marlo, it's a lovely home here. This is beautiful. That's beautiful. Marlo, Marlo's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go, back in my room and get ready. And Kenya, if you don't mind, can you come talk to me when you get a chance? Yeah, all right. Because why? I don't think she even knows why. she wasn't gonna say nothing nice. Like there was no, at the end of the day, I'm done. I don't fool with you. I know she knows that if she can get Kenya to talk, that's another moment for her. And Kenya's not giving her that. You won't be filming with me. I'm not gonna do that. As long as it's with the group, it's fine. But we're not having no moments. That's it, and that's all. Um, Kenya sits down and her and Stanley are having a talk, and I'm gonna say this. When this season first started with Stanya and everybody was like going in on your ass. And I was trying to see it from a perspective of let's just see. I don't want to, judge her this, early in the game. I just want to see how things play out. Because when everything first started, in that very first blow up with what's the name? Sheree and Drew, it was and Candy, it was all about somebody said something and didn't tell me and you should have came to me and that kind of thing. So I was kind of looking at it like, well, she sat up there and said what she said to Kenya about Drew, which wasn't even untrue, to be honest. The things she was saying, everything that she was saying, Kenya pretty much agreed with. But I was like, well, maybe she just felt like, let me just say, what it is now before it blows up in my face. But that's not what it is. I don't know what you got going on, Sonia. It's not smart, whatever it is. You should have just spent more time just being yourself because whatever you're doing now is just not smart. But anyway, so she's sitting there talking to Kenya and trying to convince Kenya to stay there and go talk to Marlo. Marlo just really feels like she needs to be acknowledged by you and that you dismiss her and she's really going through a hard time and she just really wants acknowledgement from you. I don't know why that would be a thing, Marlo. I don't know why you would need so much acknowledgement from Kenya. And she's like, she's got a gift for you. Kenya like, I don't want that. Like at the end of the day, I don't mess with Marlo, period. I don't want her gift. I have to be here for work because if I don't come, I don't get a check. I'm going to be nice. And that's it. That's all. Marlo's not going to tell me what to do. I'm not engaging with Marlo. Marlo don't give a damn about me. She don't even give a damn about her own family. She threw them kids out. And now, now you want me to think, does she care about me? She does not. It's not that important. I'm not talking to Marlo. That's where Kenya's at with the whole thing. So she actually went on to give her an example of an experience that she had as a child coming to stay with her mother's side of the family. And when she, I guess having a teenager was too much for her grandmother, they kicked her out. Basically, it was like, we're sending you back over here to your father's side of the family. And so she said that she literally jumped out the car, out of a moving car, and ran off and stayed with one of her boyfriends at the time. So what Marlo did to her nephews is a real trigger for Kenya based on something that she's gone through. I have never gone through anything like that and I'm triggered. I feel like that was just some low down shit. It's abusive and I mean mentally anyway. I feel like even if you say, okay, her and her sister, let's work together because I just don't feel like as my selfish ass self that I want to take on the full responsibility of these boys. Why don't we sit down and figure out a way like you over here, Gucci, Louis, Prada, why don't you help your sister get a big enough place where y'all can share the responsibility and the boys can feel love from two places, not you want to floss and buy them all these label shit and pretend to be I don't know what a Monty is, but I don't like Monties because they don't do their shit right. I'd rather have a dope ass auntie that's gonna treat me like she loves me than a Monty that, I don't know how to love. Marlo doesn't, and that's how I feel about that. I think she's evil. Marlo is so precious. She's in her room getting her makeup on her phone, her manager talking about this girl showed up. I don't know why, you have such a boner for Kenya, but you knew she was going to be there. It's the job. Give me a break. Daniel over here talking about if Kenya feels so strongly about Marlo, she shouldn't be here. This is for her. We're here for her because she's going through a lot. And I'm like, what is she going through, really? Because are we, I don't know what we're doing. She said she was tired and she threw the kids out. So she should be fine now. She should be much better. She should be feeling much more comfortable because now she doesn't have that responsibility anymore. I mean, geez. So anyway, Tanya talking about we should be here for Marlo, and if Kenya feels this way, then she shouldn't be here. And I'm like, Tanya, didn't you go to drop it with Drew? And you and Drew wasn't feeling each other, but you went anyway because you were gonna be so supportive. You coming across fake as hell, and I'm not feeling it. And I liked you. Dang it. And he said she don't want that gift. I don't blame her. I don't, I'm taking your bad energy in my house, in my car, and all that. It's just I'm not. Let's just don't keep your gift, whatever it is. You probably blew on it or put some hoodoo on it. Not the good kind. I don't know why Sanius feels like Marlo needs so much support, but okay, girl, if you want to support her on that bullshit that she did, then do your thing. So after Kenya and Sonia finished their conversation, Sonia gets her happy tail up and runs straight to the kitchen and tells Sheree, like, oh my God, Kenya just dropped a lot on me. She actually didn't drop a lot on you. Like, it wasn't a whole lot. She basically said, I don't really mess with Marlo like that, period. I don't want her gift. I don't want her conversation. I don't care about her. She don't care about me. She got her own thing going on over there that doesn't, that I don't really approve of. Doesn't matter. I'm just saying I'll fool her like that. Sanya just got there, and I don't know why she's got such a hard on to try to make people be friends. Like, you don't, they've been fighting ever since you came on the show, pretty much. Like, from at the drop of with Drew, at your dinner that your mama cooked, like Marlo and Kenya haven't been getting along for a minute. So I don't know why you're so invested in trying to make them get along. Sometimes people should just don't. They should just be in their own space and don't try to be in each other's space. That's where Kenya is, like, stay the fuck out of my space because I don't really get down with you like that. I don't understand what you need, what you don't understand about that. But she ran happily runningly off Sheree, and her Sheree goes straight in to tell Marlo. I don't know why she felt like that was gonna make the situation better. She already didn't want the girl to get, come to the thing if she didn't sleep at the house. Now, now she wants her to come like down to the dungeon and get reamed out. I guess I don't know what she wants me to go down there and talk to her about, but I ain't going. That much I do know. And Sonia calls herself the peacemaker. Is that what you're doing, girl? Making peace? You suck at that. You should stop trying to make peace. Find something else to do. Then Sheree and Marlo set up there talking about Kenya is bringing bad energy. This is the best energy I've ever seen Kenya bring to anywhere. So I don't know what bad energy they're talking about, but what? I come here and I got to do whatever Marlo says. No, I don't. So if that's bad energy, well then I guess that's what I'm doing, bringing bad energy, child. Um, Marlo said Kenya's not getting on that bus until they talk. So that's that. She's the boss of the trip. If Kenya wants to get on their bus to go over to the Klansman's house to wash off some rocks, then she's gonna have to have a conversation first with Marlo. Period. Point blank. Then they did a shady prayer about how, that's why she's the devil. Now, regardless to what type of thing you sign up to religiously, I think it's pretty messed up to be doing fake praying over people's children and don't please, Lord, make her keep Michael and William's name out of her mouth. And because I love Brooklyn and I heard that's not true. Now, it's Wednesday, that's the show came on Sunday, but you know, we're here now and that's what that's gonna be. But the people said over the Candy's speak on it that she was over there saying nasty things about that baby, and that's why don't nobody want to be bothered with you, because you say stuff that makes people, you know, like I'm gonna hurt you if I stay around you. Maybe that's what you want. That's probably why you got so many mug shots, because you're good at provoking people into wanting to whoop your ass. Jesus. Kenya, Candy, and Marietta are in the kitchen eating. I know that's right, y'all. Get you something to eat, because boy, howdy, you don't even know what's in store for you today. They sitting in the kitchen eating. Um, Sheree comes down there. They all sitting around. You know, Marlo has this big breakfast spread for them, and so they're discussing Sheree and her company. Now, Candy was saying how Sheree has the biggest brand in the world that's not an actual brand, because we all know She by Sheree, but ain't no She by Sheree anywhere. And how stupid is it that Sheree came back to this daggone season with a $10,000 chandelier and Tyrone instead of some joggers? Because all she had to do was put her ass in some joggers and everybody would want to buy something, because her body is sick and you got to give her that. But no, she don't want to sell the joggers and the water bottles. She just wants to walk around with samples of things. So only She by Sheree, only Sheree gets to wear She, because she won't share it with anybody else. But you know, that's neither here nor there. Candy gave her some business advice, and Kenyon said that she has set her up with a guy that she knew in the fashion business, and they were supposed to have a conversation, you know, about business. And you know, they had a meeting at 4 o'clock. Now I don't know if they're gonna be back from washing off the rocks by 4 o'clock, because they wasted 2 hours. Let me get to that. Anyway, Sheree evidently done decided she don't want to listen to Kenya's guy, because she got her own guy that she wants to listen to. Martell Holt, the one over here with the INS wine that you can't find anywhere. Yeah, him. He's gonna be helping her build her She by Sheree. Now, Sheree, you said every single time you get somebody to work on your business with you, when the shit gets ready to pop off, then they be like, I know you like, I like you, right? And then they always be trying to get, you know, hit. But is this how you be starting things out? Like, you know, how you do you be, you know, y'all down to the beach taking selfies and, you know, down to the bike track, you know, on cute little dates? I'm not mad at the date. Listen, Tyrone been in prison for 3 years, and you waited on him, and he came out here, and the shit didn't roll out. So if Martellus was gonna be, then Martellus what it is. But I don't know that he's the person that you should be doing anything besides banging. And don't do that for too long, because he got to stay over here and keep this other girl happy, because she has meltdowns from time to time, and the only way for him to calm her down is to be her boyfriend. So, you know, good luck with that girl. um, I don't know that that's, you know, going to be beneficial to your business, but the people over here, Candy and Kenya, were trying to help you, and you know, whether you listened or not, I'm not sure. Um, Breakfast is over, everybody's ready to go, and Marlo talking about no, before that, Fatum shows up. So there you go, Drew. They brought Fatum here basically to mess with you. She said that ain't what it is over there on the speak on it. She didn't know, but you know, I find her to be full of shit. I think she came there just, you know, just to mess with Drew. And it was annoying as hell. Drew already annoying. So, you know, we don't need no random strangers just over here like trying to, you know, do weirdo shit like background checks and credit reports on folks just for no good reason. And you know what, Fortune? You keep saying you were attacked. I want you to stop saying that, because that's not what that was. So stop saying you were attacked, because you were definitely not attacked. That's, you know, stop it. Um, so now, you know, Fortune's there, time to go. And Marlo is like, Kenya, I need you to fall back for a minute for we could talk. Like Kenya's like, let me figure that shit out first. And Marlo's like, well, you better hurry up and figure it out, or you're not gonna get to go on the, scooter bus. And Kenya's not. I'm not. So Kenya took off running through this house. It's hallways and you see cameramen shuffling around, and Marlo's literally running after her. Why? To do what? To talk about what? This is the most asinine shit I've ever seen. I just don't understand. You're running around the house with a Fendi puff jacket on and high heel damn shoes. Chasing a bitch down. Chasing a bitch down, Marlo, that's weird. She told Kenya she wasn't being a black queen. Here we go again with that shit. That should never come out of Marlo's mouth. She should never say black queen. So Candy's like, they're all standing by the front door because can't nobody go nowhere apparently until Marlo and makes Kenya have a conversation with her. So they're all standing around, and Candy's like, why don't you just like go ahead and talk to her? Like, you're antagonizing her at this point. I'm gonna disagree with that. I don't feel like me saying I'm not talking to you is antagonizing you. She knew I was gonna be here. Everybody knew I was gonna be here. She's not gonna tell me what to do. And all we got to do is go do the thing. I don't have to go talk to her before we do the thing that she got planned. She's holding up her own plans, dumbass. So she's not doing it. She said, you could talk to me like now, like in front of everybody. And Marlo said, well, I don't want to do that. And so she was like, well, okay, fine. Then go get in your car. Good luck. Have a good trip back, Kenya. Kenya, have a great trip back. Kenya. She said that shit 100 times. Like, I don't know how, does she have any friends? Because she is like a really hard person to be around. I can't stand watching Marlo. I knew it was gonna be like this. She was annoying when she was a friend of the show. Now we gotta sit up here and listen to her try to run the show. Shit. Please don't bring her back. So now they finally outside. And then Marlo's still trying to fuss back and forth, and Kenya blah blah blah. And I'm gonna need you to don't say nothing about William and Michael, because nobody's ever gonna take Michael and William away from me. I don't know who said that they were supposed to be taking these kids away from her, but nobody said that. But Kenya was like, no, I know, because you already threw them out. You gave them away. That part happened. You did give them away. So, nobody had to take them away from you. Then she started talking about Kenya's botch booty, and it was just stupid. So they get finally in the cars, and Marlo's telling the guy, the girl in the white jacket, she's not allowed in the car. And Kenya, hops in the car, and Marlo is still screaming her, and Kenya was like, bitch, I'm an icon, not an ex-con. I hollered. That shit was funny to me. Bitch said she's an icon, not an ex-con. What can you say, Marlo? Anyway, apparently this goes on for hours. I mean, Marlo held this thing up. She said nobody was going anywhere until Kenya had a conversation with her. Now Kenya's sitting in the car. Sonia goes up to the window, talk about, come on, just have a conversation with her. She feels like, you're dismissing her. Kenya was like, bitch, you had a problem with how Drew was acting towards Sheree, then you really should have a problem with what's happening here right now. Marlo, my girl, get out of my face. So now Sonia is in her feelings because she feels like Kenya dismissed her. But Sonia, you started this shit. We could have went down and got in the van, but you had to go up in that room immediately after having a conversation with Kenya and get this clown riled up. As if you ain't seen her riled up. Like, you were there last night for dinner. You've seen this over and over and over again. You've seen it enough times. Even as a new person, you've seen it enough times to know maybe I shouldn't rile this dumb bitch up because she's crazy. But no, you want to be all up in the mess. So, You the worst bone carrier of all time. Gee. You right there with Sharada. But she's bad. She's bone carrier. Why would you align yourself with that? Girl. She said that Kenya's dismissive and it's hurtful. Well, hurt your behind over in that other car with your friend that you came here to uplift for abandoning young kids because they were not doing their laundry. Whew. These folks been in the driveway for an hour and a half. I don't know why this would be a thing. I don't even know why production would allow something like this. Like you sat up there and wasted everybody's time. Is that the only way for you to get attention is to block people in the driveway and hold them hostage and not allow? That's the only way you can get friends is to lock them down. Finally, Drew was like, "Well, I want to go. Like, what are we doing?" And Marlo's like, "Well, whatever they want to do with Kenya, they can do. And I want to go mining over at the Klansman's house." And so Drew said, "Well, I want to go mining." And she said, "Well, come on." But then Drew says, "But I'm not riding with that bitch," meaning Fatum. So now you got this girl all riled up. So now y'all out in the parking lot screaming at each other. She throwing kibbles and bits at the lady. And how old are these people? I'm just confused. Drew, where do you get some kibbles and bits? Now you're barking. So this lady is over here screaming with her irritating ass voice, and you're barking. And Marlo's in the car pouting because Kenya won't have a conversation with her about nothing. Candy and Moneta is like, let's like go over to the lake and take some pictures. Good thing Candy had that big ass breakfast because we know when she starts getting hungry, she starts getting angry. She probably did go in the kitchen and snack on some more of that bacon. I would after an hour and a half of sitting in the parking lot. I mean, in the driveway. I'm surprised y'all didn't leave the daggone vacation then. Anyway, they called Kenya. So Moneta, Kenya, and Candy go down. It's a trampoline. That's kind of dope, actually. The trampoline was in the middle of the yard. So they're down in the yard jumping on the trampoline. Eventually, I guess Fatum came down there to get away from this girl throwing kibbles and bits. So they're all jumping on the trampoline and having a good time and not thinking about Marlo's dumbass while she in the room fake crying about how her trip is being ruined and this is not what I had planned and this is hurting my feelings. And so of course Sheree and Sonia are up there like stroking her hair and telling her how it's okay and you've done such a good job and this is don't let it wear you out. And so when they realize, I guess, when Marlo realizes that nobody gives a hell that she's up there throwing a tantrum, they just want her to figure out what the hell she's doing on her trip so they can get the hell out of the driveway. So she goes down there and sees them like all on the trampoline and not running to find out, when you catch her, fake ass tears. She ends up like going like, "Come on, Marlo, jump on the trampoline." "Well, not until the devil gets off of there." Okay, girl. So again, you're focused 100% on Kenya. So then, Marlo goes over there, jumps on the trampoline with, who was it? With Sheree. And then that made her feel all the better. This was a lot of fun. And now, you know what, Kenya, you can go. Well, yeah, because that's what's going to happen anyway. We're either not going to go, or we're going to sit in this daggone driveway, or we're just going to go back to Atlanta because this is not fun. This is not a trip. This is actually very stupid. So, anyway, child, finally they get over to the mining place. They up in the clan store, and they're gonna go get a bucket of dirt and wash off some rocks. But while they're walking around the store, this man has a Trump 2024 like plaque, like I guess somebody that lives out in those woods like whittled it into a piece of wood and shellacked it. And now they're selling that shit in the store. So it is what it is. Kenya though is the MVP because she did some shit I would have never thought about doing. She took that sign over the counter and was like, "I'm sorry, I displaced your sign." and sat it on the daggone counter. He looked at her, she looked at him, she's smiling, and I was like, why are we here? I know why we're here. We're gonna wash off some rocks and argue some more. So they're sitting there shaking off dirt off the, oh, isn't this beautiful? What is that? This is all Marlo, because this is the most fun she's ever had her whole entire life. Drew thinks shit is corny, so do I. But hey, this is not my trip. This is Marlo's trip, and she's in charge. The two went over there and sat down in front of Drew. I don't know why she would do that, because Drew is pretty much playing her the same way. Like, I don't want to talk to this lady. I don't even know this lady. And as soon as Drew got up, Fatum was like screaming at her, like, come here, sit down, sit down. And I'm like, lady, we don't know you. So, child, we're done. We're done watching washing off the rocks over at Trump country. So we're headed back to the house, and Marlo's whining some more, and whining some more. Kind of find out it's her nephew's birthday. So yeah. So she planned to get away. She throw them away and planned to get away at his birthday. So you're not even gonna be there. What is the delivery person gonna drop him off some new PlayStation 5? He probably already got that. I'm just saying. Girl. It's unfortunate though, like, it is what it is. Marlo grew up the way she grew up. She's such a horrible person. It's hard to have any type of sympathy for her, so I do not. I'm sure there's people that do, so y'all feel sorry for Marlo, I suppose. But this whole idea that because she grew up a certain type of way that people should be so grateful for any type of attention she gives them, that they gotta bow down and serve her. Like, it's not about love and nurturing. She said she took on her sister, but she threw her out too. So Marlo, I just can't. It makes my blood pressure high. So they're back at the house, and she's pouting because everybody had a good time and she wasn't able to block Kenya from coming. That's, I really feel like, it's her whole thing. Her whole energy is based on the fact that she wanted to dismiss Kenya and tell her to leave, and she didn't get the opportunity to do that. And Kenya then went and got a house down the lake where she was like, bitch, I don't have to sleep here. I don't have to ride in your car. I don't have to sleep here. I just have to show up on my call time when they tell me to be here. So that's what I'm gonna do. You don't get to tell me, like, or make me talk to you. She pouting, she packing her stuff up. So Sheree came in there and she was like, I don't know, this is just like not what I thought it was gonna be. And this trip, and we were here the first night and we were having fun. We were having such a good time. And then Kenya showed up with a dark cloud and just ruined everything. And now I'm just like, I'm done. So I called cars for everyone, and I'm just leaving. So will you go tell everyone? I'm sorry. Will you go tell everyone that we're having a house meeting? So she calls everybody downstairs. They're all sitting around. She told them like how this weekend was supposed to be about her, and they were supposed to be loving on her, and she just did not feel the love. So thanks, but no thanks. I just, I feel worse than I did before I got here. Thank you, but no thank you. So I called cars for everyone, and everyone can get the fuck out. Basically, that's what she said. And then Fatum gonna be like, well, girl, I'm sorry, I didn't make you feel like that, but sometimes bitches be making me act a certain type of way. And now then Drew is like barking at her again and throws a bone on the floor. Drew went shopping for doggy treats. He don't even have a dog. So she went shopping for doggy treats to bring props to the vacation. Ciao. So, when Marlo announces that everybody, can go, Kenny got her stuff. It's like, all right, then bye, bitches. Let me go get my stuff then. So she started going into that long, drawn out sob story, and Kenya did not want to sit and hear that. And I can't blame her, because I don't know what we're supposed to be feeling sorry for this bitch for. So anyway, y'all, that's that this week. You know, there's gonna be some more fake Marlo tears next week, and we'll see what else happens. Hopefully, Sonya will find some business of her own and stop trying to be a joy maker or peacemaker for whatever it is that she thinks she's fixing. Here we go. That's it. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.